At the time, I was in San Diego doing a portrait shoot, but hanging out with my Japanese friend. And I got this call on the 18th that at the time I was in San Diego doing a portrait shoot, but hanging out with my Japanese friend. My place was on fire, or my place was on fire, and I needed to return to New York City and talk with some detectives and the fire department detectives that does the detectives on trying to find out the cause of the fire. And they look like normal undercover policemen, but they are fire detectives. I forgot what they are called. And they talked to me and asked me, did I leave anything plugged? Did I leave anything that can be electrified or cause the fire? I said, no, I always unplugged all my belongings before I leave the house. The only thing that should be plugged in is, the refrigerator, which that I don't use quite often because I like to eat out a lot. But anyway, and then the very next day, my neighbor said she was looking at for some footage, and she realized that there were 7 individuals, 6 men, 1 woman, that entered the building, and that was the day that the fire happened, causing damage to the upstairs loft. My loft was the main fire, and the downstairs loft to her apartment. And she looked at the footage. She said, "Do I know any of these people? Because this fire happened when they entered This fire happened 20 minutes while they were in the building." And as I was taking a look at the footage, they were bringing out my camera gear, meaning I was a victim of not just fire, but I was burglarized, where I couldn't believe it, that because the fact that I was like, where's the camera gear? And it turns out that my neighbor had a camera at her door to see who's in her front door all the time. But anyway, turns out they robbed me. Now, one of the individuals I have met, because he claimed to be this producer trying to get photo shoot for his hip-hop group. Turns out he was a scouter. And in New York City, we call those, they call it the scout. When they scout a place, they pretend to be someone they're not, and they will give you apparently a burner phone and some contact information, which they don't really use, and basically scout out my place to see how vulnerability my place is. And all my Einstein strobes were stolen, my Godox flashes, all my Zeiss A-mount lenses were stolen, all my camera gear was stolen, my bodies, my lenses, my Samyang lenses, my soft boxes, my backdrops, my sliders, all that stuff was stolen while living in New York City. Now, keep in mind that I only lived in New York City for 1 year, close to 1 year. It was 8 months. And at the time, as I said, that I was in San Diego doing a little portrait shoot, hanging out with my Japanese friend, and that's when I got the call. And then I looked at the footage from my neighbor's apartment, and I realized, like, I interviewed this guy. This guy came to my place trying to pretend to be a hip-hop producer, and turns out he was a scouter, and then he literally got his crew and burglarized and stole all my gear. So, 1 year today, this is how everything changed. A week later, my apartment management tells me in a letter that they will be suing me for damages to not just to my loft, to the upstairs loft and the downstairs loft. They try to get the neighbors to sue me on top of their little lawsuit, because it was a little lawsuit that cost me my entire savings. And the neighbors refused to do it because I'm the one that is a victim here. But the apartment management that owns the complex told me that I never told them that I was running a photography business out my loft, which is not true, because on the lease it says that, and I wrote it that I wrote it that I will be using this loft as a small little business to run my portrait photography. So I let my neighbors know. My neighbors even knew. My neighbors like, yeah, he was doing my portraits. He's doing. You guys knew, but as I said, they won their little claim place, because technically in New York City, if you're going to do a small business, it's actually illegal in some ways to run a small business out of a residential home. And I said to myself, like, wait, I'm in a city where there's nothing but businesses. I'm in a place downtown middle in Manhattan where there's lofts, there's clothing stores, there's the Apple store a few blocks away. That doesn't make sense. When I notified them saying that I'm going to be using this as a loft, if I didn't notify them as a loft, as a small business, why did they lease it to me? Why did they lease it to me or rent it to me? It doesn't make sense. But apparently, I violate that New York City law. Basically, they won their case, and I'm stuck with paying $256,000 of damages to all three lofts that needs to be remodeled and repainted and cover the damage. Took my entire savings, 95% of my savings. And today is the day that, am I seeking justice? Yes, in a way. Let me explain. Out of 7 of the individuals, including the female was arrested, and 4 of the gentlemen and the main person that was in charge that actually was doing the scouting is arrested. But here's the bad news. They made bail for some reason. And I don't feel that that's justice at all. And not only that, I'm really, really upset because, for them to make bail, rob me for what I have, and take my belongings doesn't make any sense to me. Is that really how the NYPD justice system is going to treat me? Like I wasn't a victim? They even tried to blame me, to say this was a setup. You could have wanted insurance money. Listen, I don't have insurance for the place. I only have life insurance for myself. So why would I want to put my stuff in jeopardy? And it turns out that they tried to accuse me of a crime, NYPD, by the way, because, let's be honest, because I have this brown skin. They tried to accuse me of this crime by looking at my skin. And I asked them, if I was a white man, would you accuse me of that crime? They paused for a second and said, probability. I was like, oh, probability, but you're going to accuse me of this crime because they were black and I'm black, and this could have been a setup. Right. Knowing that I'm not even from here, I just moved here about 7 months ago, and you're now trying to accuse me of more crime. And I know they're trying to do their job, but the way how they said it was very uncomfortable. Very to the point where I know better than people, and I'm always hanging around people, and the way they justified it as if I tried to set this up, that's why I was in San Diego. I was like, listen, you have my passport, you have my information. Why would I try to do this to the people in the building? That doesn't make sense. But this is how my life changed. So after the whole going to court for like a month with my the property management, and they won the case, I immediately said to myself, let me just pay these fucking people off so they get off my back. But I only could pay them 90%. They took the 90%. And I said, you realize here that now I have no money, I'm going to be houseless, and not sure where my life is going to be, but you took my entire life savings, the money that my parents finally gave me after they disowned me. And all that money is gone. Now, as a photographer, I've been doing well for like 3 years before all this crap happened. I was in Paris at one point. I moved to Paris for a little bit. Then I moved back to Madison for like 3 months. That was during the summertime because I really wanted to like hang out there and see my professor and see all the friends. But then I decided to come up with a plan, either move to Toronto or move to New York. So I realized that Toronto might be a little bit difficult because of the weather, and I'm not afraid of snow because I lived in Wisconsin since like 2007 as a student and finished school in 2012. So winter and the very harsh cold is no problem with me. It's just the fact that like I don't know anyone there, and all my Japanese friends are literally on the East Coast in New York City. So why not go to the city where I have someone that has some contacts and do my thing? Now, you can look back on this channel. You can see I was in New York. I did a hip-hop show for Craze Nice, Brooklyn Hook, which was all of us, Tech, Yuma, DJ Cole, DJ Kenta, and I was the photographer. And we all like set up this big party. There was a 10th anniversary of Frank's Chop Shop, which is a very, very famous barber shop in New York City in the Lower East Side, by the way. We were helping them do the show and at the Delenti Lounge, and I was doing so well until this day. It changed everything, and I couldn't believe it myself. I was really shocked that this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything wrong to people, but you got people out there that are scamming people, pretending to be something they're not. So the policeman said, yes, this guy is a scouter, and that's what they do, is scout people, see what they have, what they belong in, and I wasn't the only victim, apparently, but not these same guys not from these same guys, but there are people out in the city, out in the world that would scam you and then rob you for your belongings. It has happened. But then they got arrested, and then I decided, let me go to Madison, Wisconsin, where I never had a problem in Madison, Wisconsin. I never been in trouble with the police. I never had any problems with people. Everyone's so friendly. Everyone's, there's some different opinions about how the city runs itself. People are there can disagree, but people still at the end get along and try to do the best. And Madison was one of those places that it was actually number 5 safest city in the world in the first place, and it's a very safe place to live. So I decided to go there in April after like taking whatever was left, which wasn't much left, guys. There was not even my clothes left. Nothing was left because the place was really, really scorched to the point where there was nothing. Like, no sneakers, no clothes, no pants, no jacket. I didn't even have the clothes that I had with me, and I still have some of the clothes that I had with me when I was in San Diego. But then I decided to go to Madison, do some stuff there, make some money there, which I did, and try to cover up for my expenses, my living expenses, to see where I was going to go. I was trying to hold on to the $10,000 I have left, and then I decided to go to Portland for a fashion shoot photography. Now that was supposed to pay big. I spent money for the month of April to June. Hello, Lulio and Zambit. I spent money on a place in the Pearl District. It's not cheap, and I thought that I could spend the $2,000, and then turns out that client never paid me. That client wanted photos, and then she tried to. You're from Hungary. Hello, everyone. We got people from Hungary. Say hello, everyone. Yeah, it's cool. But glad to see you here. glad to meet you finally. But yeah, I went to Portland. This client introduced me to another client, did some fashion shoots for them, but I never got paid for my work. But the client wanted me to give them the work, the photos before the payment, and my contract states that they have to pay me in full. So they did pay me partial payment. Then when I said where's the payment, they tried to say that they tried to give me the runaround and gave me all these problems, then got other people to defamation my business, and therefore my business has tanked after those fake reviews on Google. Then I decided to stay there a little bit longer, then come down to San Francisco. Another photographer told me to come down to San Francisco. He could get me some work, some portraits. I could do a bunch of like pet portraits because these guys out here are such into like bulldogs and bullies. That never came through. That was a waste of time spending money on the international hostel, which I love very much. I'm in the United States right now, so I've been here because I have visa. If I have a visa, I have a working visa and a travel visa, so I'm able to stay here for an extended period of time. But I have to say, I haven't gotten really not that much business since I came to California. Every time I meet a client, every time I meet someone, they always tell me something about I could be a scam. When I got all my gear right there, my cameras, my tripods, my slider, my soft boxes, my gimbal, which I'm using right now, my camera bodies, my Pelican case has all my flashes and stuff in it. And I said, listen, you don't have to do business with me. You went to my website, you checked my stuff out, you said you love what I do. Now, when I said that I'm doing contracts, each and every one of them told me that, listen, I can't do a contract because I don't want my personal information. I said, well, I have to account. I do not speak Hungarian. Do you speak Japanese, Korean, French? I do not speak Hungarian. I wish I could. I should learn. I should learn how to speak Hungarian. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I should start doing that today. Go online. I'm a fast learner, so it's not hard for me to learn another language. But I come to down here. I've been duped like too many times. Dupe means I've been set up. People try to say this and say that they're going to do this for me and do that for me, but never do it. And then I've been lied to quite often, so that's very upsetting. It's not very polite to lie to people, but it has happened to me. But right now, I'm in San Jose. Hi, Alex. I should learn Spanish. I should. But right now, I'm not trying to make any excuses to learn other languages, Alex. It's just the fact that I got so much stuff on my... I got so many tasks that I need to complete. Just recently, like a couple months ago, my passports and all my documentations were stolen. I had to replace those. That cost me a lot of money. Money that I could have still had to help me get housing, like stayed at the international hostel longer, try to work out some plans, like travel up and down California. Actually, I'm on campus right now. This is the campus. I'm using the Wi-Fi that they have here. Sometimes when you go out to the campus side, the Wi-Fi doesn't work consistently. That's why I'm like in one spot, but like it's just weird how it works very efficient right here in front of the library. But it's a beautiful campus. By the way, if you ever come to San Jose, California, if you want to do portraits or videography work, the campus will allow you to do it without any permits. So therefore, this is a very friendly little campus when you can do video shoot here. You can do portrait shoots here without any permits. I checked with this the university council, and they said no, you don't need permit. As long as you're not, in the people's way, you're not causing any interference. When the campus police have to come by, sometimes they do come around. Actually, they come quite often, just to make sure everyone's safe. So yeah, even the campus police here know me now. They see me shoot every Sunday here. That's why I'm here every Sunday, and they see me shoot here all the time. So they know that my presence here is not negative, it's positive. And they always ask me, before I even start the live, they ask me if I was okay, because I'm homeless. I'm houseless right now, trying to keep afloat. I got bills. I got cell phone bill to pay because I have to keep it on just in case I may get a client. Since it's becoming spring, people are going to want photographs. People are going to want to do a small wedding. And I was supposed to do a small wedding this month, but as I said, people lie to me and people don't promise, and that didn't really fall through. It doesn't seem like it's going to fall through because the person is not responding, which it's unfortunate for me. But I even tried to apply for some jobs here. Where do I sleep? Sometimes I sleep at the international hostel, but when I need to, it's put it like this. Most of the time, I'm camping out. That's why I purchased a sleeping bag. And I have locks on all of my Pelican cases in my bag, so I lock them all together. But sometimes when I need to save money, I have to stay outside. So there's nothing wrong staying outside. But when it gets cold, I try to stay inside. But when I have to save money for something important, like transportation, because I've been going back and forth to the consulate all the time, like at least twice a month, which is by Caltrain, which is like $20. So it's $10 one way, $10 another way, because it's about an hour and 20-minute train ride from here to San Francisco, and that's the nearest consulate. So, and it's been difficult sometimes, but since 1 year ago, I have to say that the only thing I'm really happy about right now is that I'm alive. I'm making content for you guys. I'm trying to make live chats about where I am now and try to come up with new ideas with whatever gear I have. My laptop is freaking not... I would say the laptop that I purchased, because my laptop was stolen also, I had to buy a fucking used piece of shit laptop to try to get the videos out every day. And I did it, December? I did 2 videos a day for 30 days. So that's a total of 60, that's a total of like 60 videos for 30 days. That was pretty freaking epic. Did 2 videos a day, and you can check out the channel where you see a video a day for 30 days, but it's actually 2 videos a day for 30 days because I was just posting videos after videos after videos, and my subscriber count grew. But where are my subscribers though? My subscribers either want me to do something that I don't want to do, stupid stuff like pranks. I don't do pranks. That's not really my thing. I'd like to be a comedian. I like to joke with people, but sometimes I'm not the pranks, because YouTube right now is cutting back on the prank channels. If you guys haven't been aware, they really want to they really trying to cut down on the prank channels. And that's why some of these pranksters are looking for vlogging now. They don't want to do pranks anymore because they know that the pranks are really hard to monetize now, because now you need consent of the people in the video to actually post the video. So you need some type of letter of consent. And a lot of people have been suing some YouTubers for these prank channels. Like, hey, I need actually to use my face in the video. But these pranksters should just blur their face out. The smart thing to do is blur their face out. Therefore, you don't know who that person is. But right now, I'm in San Jose. I just came from downtown. I just came from Mountain View. So I took the bus here. It was cheap, $2.25 to come from Mountain View. But yeah, I don't have the luxury to like live the lifestyle that I used to live, like going to sushi bars and drinking sake and conversating with business people. And that's how I made my business. I meet people at these places, give them my business card. They would say, hey, I want you to do my portrait. It was amazing how I used to go into like restaurants and talk to people, or sports bars, and like have relationships and like talk to people, and go back to that sports bar, meet the owner. Owner's like, hey, can you shoot this in here? Like the independent sports bar in Portland. Allow me to take some photos in the place. They have some good food and good beer. I love IPA. And I haven't even had an IPA in such a long time. And yeah, I don't drink that quite often like I used to, because right now it's not really the time to do that. Right now I'm trying to really try to put my life back to pieces, take the pieces of my life and put them back together. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to do as much as I can with very, 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 very little support. Now, I get support here and there from this guy named Michael Pierce. He's in LA, but the thing is that, like, you know, when people donate to my PayPal and the links down below, I probably receive like 1 or 2 donations a month. It's not much. It's like $10, $20 here, $30 here. But that $30 has to stretch me for a long, long period of time. But, you know, sometimes I have to sell the gear that I have in order for me to get something or something that I need. I also need to pay for contacts, because the contacts that I have to pay for are not cheap. Contacts are not cheap. I need to see. So I really try to save money for those. Those are my main problem. And that's what all my money really goes to, really, is to make sure that I have contacts for a period of time. Sometimes I'm reusing the same contacts when you're not supposed to for a long period of time, and because they do dry out and they do like loses it's often medicines because my right eye is very blurry, so I just try to save money for that. But right now I am using my contacts, but soon I'm gonna have to pay for new ones eventually. But I also got a phone bill to pay just in case the counselor calls me, tells me good news about, because I applied to move to Canada, and I haven't heard back from the counselor. Well, I just saw the counselor recently about a problem I've been having. I got a ticket for sleeping in a place when which there's no sign that says trespassing anything. They just try to accuse me of drinking a beer, which is like literally. You see what that orange cone is? Well, there was a beer can there, and I'm like literally right here sleeping. They're trying to accuse me of drinking some shitty beer that I would never drink. I don't drink American beers. Those beers are just crap. No offense. I don't drink Coors Light. I don't drink Budweiser. Those beers have no flavor, no taste to it. I like a beer like a Sapporo, Keaton, or a German Stout, or a German IPA, something really tasteful, tasty. I don't drink those Coronas, and like, if I do drink a Corona, it's because the house party has the Coronas, and what I do to the Corona, I add sake in the Corona and a lemon. to give it some freaking potency, because these beers are crap. I'm sorry, I just don't drink it. That's just my personal taste. But yeah, I don't drink. I'm not drinking. I don't do drugs. So it's like photography is like the only thing that makes me happy, keeps me busy, and gives me something motivated to do. Like today, I am going to make a video about how to. I'm going to make a video about my ND filters, because I made. If you guys watch my channel is about photography and videography, right? But I go over to the process of reviewing my products. When I buy a product, I review it for the first 30 days, right? I give you my first impressions of the week, right? My week impressions. It's not a full review. I hate when people do that shit. They buy a product or they get a product, then next thing you know, a week later, this is my full review. How is it your full review when you haven't used it in no more than 30 days? That's not a review. So my process is, my first week is my thoughts, right? The 30 days is my review. My 6 months is my 6 month review later. 1 year. Then I do a 3 year. Like I did for my lenses. Like I did for some of the gear that I have. Some of the ND filters I've been using. Some of the camera bodies I have used. Yeah, I do that because I want people to actually understand from a real viewer point of view about how I use my camera gear as a everyday real photographer, not some photographer on YouTube trying to get you to click on the supporting link, like the affiliated links to get you to buy something, but you buy a product and then you go back to the video like a week later and say, hey, you never talk about this feature in the camera. Why is that? That's because it's not a full review. Because it's nothing but, really, to me, some of these channels on this platform is full of shit. Literally. You have photographers that literally used to be all about it, and now when they have so many subscribers and get so much support, and when they, what's the word I'm using? What the word I want to use? They broadcast a product to be on some type of program with the company, like fanboy shit. I call it fanboys. They are just trying to like separate us as a community. Try to get you to buy one product and hate another brand. You do not hate one brand, love one brand, then hate another brand. Especially if you never used the brand. So, and as a photographer, I shot with Nikon, Canon. I even shot with a Panasonic GH4. And as a current A-mount user, a lot of E-mount users have been making fun of A-mount as if it wasn't a real camera mount. Which is, first of all, when the first A7 and A7R came out, the A-mounts color science were much better than the E-mounts. Right now, the color science has gotten better for the E-mount. So, but doesn't mean you should hate on an A-mount. I'm just putting that out there. But I really feel that my channel is about tech, computers, videography stuff. As an amateur videographer, I still am an amateur videographer, even though 2 of my films have been in film festivals. So I'm still an amateur film photographer because I don't do it as much as I can. But when I do it, I put my efforts, I put my soul into it, I put my heart into it. I make sure that I want to capture something. And I think right now I really am trying to do it, but I don't have the gear that I used to have in order to do it. I have to do it with just one camera. Everything with one camera now. I used to have 3 bodies. Now I just have one particular body. And I'm trying to do the best that I can. So it's kind of difficult, but again, I kind of like this kind of surrounding myself with just one camera, because It shows that I need to show the people that have one camera what they can do with just minimum gear. And that is my main focus on this channel. It's like, hey, I'm going to switch it up now, guys. Since I'm in the same boot as you are, or some of you are, I only have one piece of gear. Now, I might have 2 lenses, but I have to do what I can. So my choice of my lens that I am using is a Sigma 1835. Very, very good versatile lens, by the way. And my Pateron 90, which gives me, on my crop sensor, a 135 focal length, so I can do nice portraits and gives me a nice, really nice, smooth compression in the background. But I kind of want to sell it so I can actually buy a plane ticket. So I've been thinking about, if I do sell it for like $500, it's a new model, the SP model that looks like a Sigma. But if I do sell it, I think I'm going to buy a ticket and go back to Paris. It's really cheap right now, but then again, that might change because flight tickets change, or the pricing always change all the time. Or I just might go back to Madison, where I know that if I go to Madison, I might just do content at the Square, which happens in July, to all the way through September, which they hire videographers and photographers to take photos, and it's not much pay, but it's something. So it's like it's like $300 per event, and it's every Wednesday. So it's a constant pay, but it depends if they want to hire you for the day. Say they want to hire you for this week, but don't hire you for next week. You understand? So it's based on what you give them the first time around. So if your work is very good, and they say, hey, we want to hire you for next week. I'm like, yeah, sure. Yes, sign a contract and stuff like that, which is a good idea. I think contracts do help, but yeah, if I do go back to Madison, I think I might do that instead, because I know that I would get paid for just for the summer. So that gave me something to work with. They gave me something to look forward to. I can save a bit of money at a time, but I still have to pay for housing. But then again, I really don't have to pay for housing I have to pay for storage, for all this stuff to stay in storage. So this is what I have left, guys. Let me show you what I have left from the incident in New York. This is what I have left. If you guys have looked at my Instagram, right? If you looked at my Instagram, you can see that I had lots of camera kit, literally oversaturated with camera kit. And people used to call me a gear whore, saying you just buying stuff just to buy stuff to look cool. No, I'm buying stuff to make sure that I'm going to use it, and I did use it. The FE 90mm micro, all the same-angle lenses, all the telephoto lenses, all the camera bodies, the flashes. Yeah, those Einsteins I didn't really use as much, but when I did use them, amazing. Those Einstein 640 watts were just amazing. Oh my god. I like that system. That system was amazing. And I actually sold one to a fellow photographer that did, Matt Hoffman's from Park and Recreationals. I sold one to him. He said he needed one more, so I said it for really cheap because I needed the money, so I sold it to him really cheap. But yeah, you can check that log out too. This on this channel. It's a couple of weeks back. I post that log. It happened during last year's summer, but I post that log. But so those are my options. But my options are never to come back here. Period. It's not that it's not a great place, but it's the fact that people always said they want to do something for me, and I don't look forward to it, but I just don't like when people say something, but they don't really actually do it. So it's not that I want them to do it. I look forward to it. It's like, okay, I need this opportunity. I need this money. So I must do a good job in order to receive the money. So I will prep myself. I get myself ready. And then when I get myself ready and prep myself, it's like at the end, I get fucking duped. It's really terrible. And someone, my Japanese friend that I grew up in Japan with, named Cake, said to me the other day, how is my physical condition? Because if you guys don't know, I've been in like 2014, I was in a car accident, a serious bad car accident where I was in the hospital for quite some time, and for like 3 months, and I got stitches here, staples. I got 22 staples in the back of my head. I lost my sense of smell. My taste is kind of like, yeah, it's there, but it's not like it used to be. But I got pins in my shoulder. I tore my ACL in that accident. I even got pins in my knee. That's why I don't think I can rollerblade, because every time, that's why I like to walk. I like to exercise. I like to travel. But carrying that stuff also gives me some muscle strength to my shoulders. Even though it does hurt some period of time, that's why I take it off and take it on. But the worst thing that happened in that car accident is I lost my daughter, and I woke up like 2 weeks, or like almost about 2 weeks into my consciousness. I was like literally out of it. Like I was going through surgery, you're just out of it. And my parents didn't want to tell me where Nami was. And then my parents told me that Nami also, and I fucking flipped out. I literally went on a rampage. I literally started drinking heavily, more sake, more soju. I was doing shit in Japan that I shouldn't be doing in Japan. It's not really normal to do that kind of stuff in Japan. Like constantly drinking, binge drinking. I was depressed. I was really fucking to a point where I just said, fuck life, fuck everyone. I started drinking and that's when my parents, the first time, took my trust fund away. Because all I did was drink, and then they took it away. Then I always found some way to make money in Japan, like help some farmer out and said, I will help you just for like I don't know, like 40,000, 5,000 yen, enough to just buy me a bottle of sake, and like really just keep drinking. And I was depressed, and I'm still going through my depression now, because I'm not blaming life, but I am blaming myself, because I could have been a much safer driver, which I was. I was a safety driver. The accident was not my fault, but I should have been more cautious about where I should not have be there at the time. I should have just went to Thailand with my American friend, as I said I was going to, but instead I wanted to stay in Japan and hang out and have fun and sing some karaoke. Because Thailand is one of those places, guys, that you need to really realize who you talk to, especially in Thailand, because this has happened to me once in Thailand. It's like when I was walking down the street, this Thai police officer walks up to me and literally asks me if I have any ID. Now, he's a crooked cop, by the way, and they're not supposed to do that, but they said that you have a passport ID. I normally leave that stuff at the hotel, right? And I said, yes, but I'm not going to show you. For what reason? You need to have portrait. I know who you are. And I just read about this, that cops asking people for tourists, matter of fact, for identification is actually a scam, because they say, give me some money. And no. It happened to me once. It's never happened to me again. But stay away from the red light district. Seriously. If you ever go to Thailand, stay away from that place. I went into that place. I was like, okay. But we went into that place. Me and my Japanese friends went into that place because we wanted to pull a prank on my friend. And don't make me look like an evil person if I tell you the story. But okay, so this happened in 2001. We go there. We go to the red light district. We go into this really strippy place, right? And we set my friend up with a with you guys are gonna hate me when I say it. I set him up with a woman that is not a woman, and he thought she was the hottest Thai girl he ever seen. Now he's Japanese. He's into Thai women. He thinks Thai women are very beautiful, and I agree with him. Thai women, Monk, Laos, very beautiful people, and he was like all into it. And then, like 20 minutes into like meeting this girl, he's like kissing her on the cheek, kissing her on the lips. He's getting all casual. He's feeding her, she's feeding him, and we just like, oh my gosh, should we just tell him? This is bad. I think he's falling in love too fast. And he's like making out with her, and I'm like, ooh, guys, we should tell him before he goes downtown. And it was too late. We ended up ordering some drinks. By the time the drinks came, we realized that he said he was going to the bathroom. She leaves like 3 minutes right after him, and he comes charging out the bathroom like 7-8 minutes later. Fuck you guys! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you, Keki! Fuck you! And he's pissed off because he found out it's a she-male, and he's like pissed off. And at the hotel, he didn't want to talk to us for the rest of the trip. He's like in his hotel. He's literally stayed in his hotel for the rest of the remaining 5 days. He didn't go outside the hotel because he was embarrassed. I was like, come on, dude, it's a prank. We didn't want you to go too far. We wanted to tell you, but it was just too good. And then he stopped talking to us for like a whole year. He like literally started talking to all of us. And he talks to us now. He's living in New York City now. And yes, he finally married a Thai girl, and they have a child. So, but it was funny, but we felt really bad. But we thought the joke was, we didn't want to hurt him. We just thought the joke would be funny. But, man. But I have to say, like, if I was him, well, we all said, yeah, let's get the hottest, like, transsexual thing, like, and we saw one hot one, and she agreed to it, but she was like, I was having fun with him. She ended up having fun with him. So, like we gave her a tip, and we paid her. We told her to sit around and stuff like that after that. But oh man, that was like one of the funny experiences. One of the funny experiences I had was when I was in Vancouver, BC. So I go meet my friend Miki. Miki and I, like, she was dating one of my rolling friends at the time. We go hang out, and I see this badass Japanese girl. I'm like, oh, kawaii, cute. Kawaii means cute, right? I'm like, I want that. I was like, I want that. And at the time, I was ready in my divorce with my first wife, because we were going through like a struggle. Because by law, if I wanted to take Nami out of Japan, I have to have some type of like reason, okay? Because children actually come first in Japan, and by law, if you take a child from Japan, I can get arrested. But I'm a resident of Japan, so what's the point? I just wanted her to come with me to New York, live with me for a while, and stuff like that. But anyway, what I was saying before? Oh, so we're in Vancouver, and I see this badass Japanese girl. I'm like, ooh, yeah, I want her, right? And it turns out she had a boyfriend, right? But here's the kicker. The boyfriend comes like an hour later. We in the karaoke bar, and she tells him that, oh, I had a listing for her, right? Oh, a black squirrel. There he is. Oh my God, look. Oh, this black squirrel. He's jumping. Check this out. Oh my God, where is he? Oh, there he is, the black squirrel. That's my homie. He's jumping from tree to tree. Oh my God. That black squirrel is my homie. Messing with my homie. That's a white dog. That's racist. A white dog after a black squirrel. That's racist. But anyway, we at the karaoke bar, and the boyfriend comes along, and he's like, so I heard you like my girl. It's like, oh no, I thought she was single. So he goes, it's cool. Do you do threesomes? You can do a threesome. It's like, no. I don't do threesomes. Turns out the boyfriend actually is bisexual. Like, holy crap. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't do that. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't do it. But like, man, her boyfriend was like some type of freak. And she likes that kind of shit, apparently. So that's what also happened to me. So I kind of think that was like kind of payback in a way, in a sense, but I don't know. What do you guys think? But I did have fun times in my life. I had really amazing fun times in my life. Met, what's his fucking name? Marku from Turkey. He was actually my roommate for the summer when Chie went back to Kobe. When we were students at UW. He was like my roommate. Dude, that guy was like a playboy. All he wanted was some American girls. I want American girls, sweet American girls. He meets this one Spanish American girl. He was like, oh, Spanish girls are so nice. Dude, Turkish guys are so fucking cool, but man, they love women too fucking much. Jesus. Like, dude, I like women, but when I want to date someone, right? I want to date a girl to see how she is and see what's going on. I don't do like, I date a girl, she's my girlfriend, but I'm gonna cheat on this girlfriend to see this girlfriend. I don't do that. What I do is I date to see who's right for me first, and see their potential like personalities and get to know them, because anyone can like say she's my girlfriend in the first 2 weeks, right? But then you notice a personality change. That personality change is something that you need to take aware of. And I don't do that. I date girls. As you can see on my Facebook, I've dated many. I dated Korean girls. I dated a monk girl named E. Amazing little girl. That girl was just shy and so polite to me, but her sister hated me so much. It's like, you're a drug dealer. Why am I a drug dealer? And she accused me of being a drug dealer because what black kid, right, meets, first of all, how I met E. Let me explain how I met E. So I'm at UW. I'm in the psychology education program, right? I go do internship at Dane County Mental Health Center where I meet E. E is Hmong, and E had beat up her husband pretty badly, like really beat the crap out of him. Like, she gave to Mike Tyson. Apparently, she got fed up one day because he was the aggressive, he was the abuser, he was the one treating her like trash. Yes, I understand about more culture and everything because I had to learn language. After I met E, she taught me some few words and some few sentences. But when I met E, she was this really shy girl that didn't want to talk to any faculty in the facility. And I just observed her every time I came there. I was like, so she likes those mama noodles, those Thai noodles. Those shits are the bomb though. The mama noodles are the bomb. I had to try it myself. It's like, oh, these shits is the bomb. You get the package with the garlic. Oh, really, really amazing. But anyway, I meet E there, and I buy her a canteen box. It had the mama noodles in it. It had I had what? She liked Pepsi. Pepsi. I don't drink soda. Soda is really bad for you. I don't do sugary stuff. But yeah, I meet her there, and she started to talk to me. So the faculty members like, how you get that girl to talk to you? Hasn't been very, very talkative to anyone. I was like, I don't know. I knew why. She gave me a letter. And Letta said she thought I was cute, she thought I was fun. So I took that as a thank you, as a gratitude. I didn't take it as like weird. I took it as like, yeah, the ladies do love me. Oh yeah. Like, took it as a sweet or suave kind of guy. But I admire that someone of her stature will think I am handsome. So, anyway, he gets released from the mental health and stays at this other place because she's being monitored by the city because she has charges against her. So, I go see E all the time. Me and E hang out. I took E on campus. I would like literally like have her sit in the classroom sometimes, like in the back, because as a TA, like you have to like educate others and be part of the program and do TA what TAs do best in the classroom, right? And I end up like kind of like letting E move in with me and Chie. And Chie was like, oh my god, E is so cute, but she's so shy. And when we would come home, E had made like pad thai, 2 versions, because she knows I don't eat meat. She would make pad thai with no egg, just like strip and everything. And she would make one for Chie. And like, oh my god, our place was always clean, always like, food was ready. We told E to stop doing that because let us cook for ourselves sometimes and let us cook for you too. And then E would go back to the facility and then E would stay with me sometimes. I would ask the facility, can E stay with me for the weekend? I would write out I would sign permission slip so they know where E is for the weekend. And we would hang out, me, Chie, E, Ko, Sashi. We would all hang out. And like, they thought E was like amazing. Even my daughter Nami thought E was like amazing because Nami doesn't like a lot of women around me. She thinks women are evil. She's like, she's not nice, girl. Nami was one of those like protected little girls where like she's seen with any woman. She was like, no, bad for you. I know. I'm like, okay, but she's just a friend. I don't care. She might think you're pretty, but no good. She was a smart little girl, but she liked to eat. But, yeah, her sister Nancy thought I was a drug dealer because she wanted to know where my money was going because I told E to not tell her where my financial money is coming from because of an incident. An incident happened while we were in Nancy's car, and Nancy was mad that I brought E a North Face jacket, a coat for the winter. E had this like wool coat with furs, and it looked kind of tacky, and I wanted her to dress better than me. And that's how I am. Like, I want my women that I'm seeing and dating, I want them to dress better than me. So I took E on a fucking shopping spree. Like, literally, we bought her North Face. Me and Chie bought her. Chie was the initiative idea. She came up with the idea. Let's take her shopping. Let's make Nancy fucking mad. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Because Nancy kept talking shit about me. I don't want my sister dating black people and blah, blah. And Chie would say, he's not black. And first of all, he's a zombie in French. He's stupid. They used to get into it quite often. Because Chie was like, who are you? Don't worry about who I am. You're just a roommate. Like, I'm more than a roommate. And we didn't want to tell Nancy the whole story. Because we didn't want people even at the UW to know that Chie and I was related. So we kept that on a hush-hush until someone realized it at the ISS program, which is International Student Services at UW. Someone's like, Chie is actually related to Keiki by not marriage, but by adoption. And I was like, what? Like, that's the cousin. They're cousins. Like, well, kind of. We are like cousins. Because, but anyway. So, Nancy would always say, like, where do you get your money from? Nancy never knew that I was a student. Nancy never realized it, picked it up. I thought she would have picked it up by now. Hello, I'm not home during the day. So where am I? So Nancy thought I was a drug dealer during the day. I said, "What? I thought drug dealers do deals at night, or all the time." But I don't know. But Nancy thought I was a drug dealer, and one day I just told her like, how you get this money? Why don't you get me some money? My husband is not working. We need the money. And E knows this. Why would I want to give E money to give to you? That's wrong. She got pissed off. And then I finally just broke out and said, listen, I'm a student at UW. If you never picked up on that, Chie is actually my cousin by adoption. And she was like, bullshit. I'm like, all right, E, let her know who I am. It's time. E kept it a secret, but she was afraid of her sister. But I told E, when you keep a promise, people trust you. You trust me, right? She goes, yes. She kept it a secret. And she told Nancy. Nancy got mad at E. It's like, you kept this from me? Like, what's so important about who I am? You should care about what I'm doing for your sister. It's the most important part of her having a healthy relationship. Because right now, if the city wanted to, the city could have locked E up for violating some type of stupid thing on her while she was released. They could have accused her for anything. But E had a good time with me. E was pretty fun. Amazing little person, because she was like literally shorter than me. And like literally this tall. But she was like, you dress my sister like she's like a rock star celebrity. I want my woman to dress better than me. What's so wrong with that? Then Nancy starts being nice to me out of nowhere. She literally starts saying, so, how are you doing? I was like, I'm good. And I knew something was up. I was like, so she goes, so I heard you and E went out to eat. I was like, we went to this Thai place. Amazing. Bomb ass shrimp. Really crazy good. It's like, so good. But Nancy found out that we was going out. We was going to movies. We were hanging out. Then I gave E $200, right? E gives $100 to her sister. But her sister tells E to give me the other $100 and she will hold on to it, which was bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. But then Nancy asks me, comes over, drives from Milwaukee to Madison, asks me, can I ask you for a favor? I'm like, what favor is that? Do you have $500 can we borrow? I was like, $500? Why would you ask me for that amount of money? So Nancy been digging her own. Hello again. Nancy has been doing her own investigation about me. She knew a monk woman that goes to UW, and that monk woman's like, oh yeah, he's the person, his parents, myself, Chie, and a couple other Japanese supported this program at UW financially, right? And she said, like, yeah, he's a really good person. And she found out about the trust fund, what my parents did for a living, and she ended up asking me for that money. I said, why do you need this money? You got a husband. Your husband should be working. But my husband, you telling me out of the entire time I knew E, now I knew E from 2008 into 2011, and this happened in 2010. You're telling me this whole entire time that E, well, Nancy's husband, you're telling me that person never went out and looked for a job. Okay, so I let her borrow just $250 of that $500. But did she ever return it? No. But what she did next, she asked me for more money. So Nancy ended up asking me for more money. It's 18.5 you? I don't understand. 18.5? What does 18.5 mean? But the larger of the story is that Nancy one day, while me and Chie was back in Japan, visiting our parents and loved ones, she took E from our apartment and moved her to Milwaukee because E was allowed to leave Madison now, and E took Nancy took E from an apartment and told E that I wasn't the right type for her. It would never work out. But her family members that lived somewhere else in California somewhere heard about me and thought they wanted to meet me. But then she started telling them bad things about me. Oh no! In Hungarian, it's 18. Okay, it's 6. It's 6:05. So the larger of the story is that yes, I had one girlfriend that was taken from me because her family didn't agree. Well, one of her family members were telling lies. But these are the stories that I'm sharing. These are the stories I'm sharing with you guys, that I've been married twice. I had one full girlfriend named E, but other times I would date girls, and then it wouldn't work out very well. Either they were money hungry, and now I don't have money. You don't see any women talking to me now. No one wants to be my friend. No one wants to contact me. No one wants to help me. Especially the people I let borrow money. I've let people borrow so much money, now they just disappear. They delete their Facebook accounts. They delete everything they know about me. And when I tried to contact them, like my friend from Saudi Arabia, I loaned him fucking $5,000 so he could stay in school to learn English and also to enroll in a university, which he finally went to Whitewater, UW Whitewater. I asked for that money back. You know what he told me? He's getting married to a Chinese girl, and he doesn't have the money. I'm like, but you're getting married to a Chinese girl and you don't have the money? That's suspicious. So I told him, dude, I let you borrow this money in 2012. It is 2017. So that kind of shows you where people really lie in your life. I don't depend on anyone, but when people ask me for money and ask me to lend them money, I let them borrow money. But now when I need the money back, they all disappeared. I can name 50 people that owe me money right now, and they don't talk to me. They try to disappear because they can't pay it back. So that shows you what kind of friends that I had. But as a community that wanted to share this with you guys, how long will you be living there? I don't want to be living here too long. I've been in the States off and on for the last 15, 17 years, right? Coming back for studies, university, school, mostly. Most of the time it's university school, the whole time process. But sometimes it's visiting, rollerblading, sports and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to figure out where I belong right now. That's all. Trying to figure out where I can fit in. Because right now, I'm 37, and I have to say, I had a really, really, really fun time in my life. I had some amazing times traveling around the world, not once, but 5 times around the world, like in a circle, full circle. India, South Korea, Seoul, Korea. Went to Russia one time. Oh my god, Moscow. Those people know how to fucking drink the vodka. Holy crap! I'm scared of vodka. I'm literally scared of that alcohol. I blacked out. That's why. I had a really bad experience. I blacked out. Not really good. I'm afraid to be drinking. That's why I like sake and soju, but the vodka, no. But India, Bangladesh, multiple times back to Paris, London twice, South Wales, Samui, which is in Wales, New York City, Chicago, Vancouver, Toronto, Winnipeg, Canada, even Anchorage, Alaska. Woo. Pretty decent cold, but there's sometimes when the temperature increases, then it drops back down really fast. But really nice time, San Francisco. Second time here in San Jose. What else? San Diego, LA, Phoenix, Arizona. I went to Texas one time, but I was taking a bus through it. Hungarian. Ooh, yeah. I want to be taught some Hungarian. If I learn Hungarian, can I live in Can I live there? Because that'd be a nice place to live. That wouldn't be so bad to live in Hungary. So Hungarian? What? Say it. Say what? Milo. But anyway, yes, I have a subscriber here from Hungary, everyone, and he or she is asking me to actually learn Hungarian, which is not a bad idea. So, but Eigen, right? Eigen, and no means mede, ended. Okay, Eigen, then. Okay, Eigen. Wait, isn't that like Danish? It says Danish. I am. No, AM. I need to really practice the dialect. Because it sounds Danish. Maybe I should go to Denmark. Yeah, I should go back to Denmark. Copenhagen is not far from Hungarian. Yeah. It's not far. But anyway, guys, this live is going on to about 72 minutes. But I'm a photographer. If you want to follow me, the links are down in the descriptions below. I got Instagram, Facebook, and the description is below. You guys want to make a small little donation, the PayPal link is down in the descriptions below. But I gotta talk to my Dragon Ball Z audience on my other channel, because a lot of people have been wondering about these other YouTube channels about Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. And I've been telling people that whoever is doing the translation of the spoilers for each episode has it all wrong. The translation is wrong. Yes, I went along. You should go to my Instagram. Go to my Instagram, and it's down in the descriptions below. In the descriptions, ThePandaPhotographer, all one word, and you can private message me there, where we can talk and we can do the translation. But I want to talk to you about Dragon Ball Super people, because a lot of these channels claiming to know these spoilers or trying to get these. What is going on right now is that people are translating misguided words or fake translations, and I had to put one subscriber that has many subscribers. I said, hey, the translation is wrong. It doesn't say that. And I kept saying it, but he kept ignoring my comment. I said, that's the wrong translation. Whoever's giving you, this guy named Hamps87, is giving him wrong translations. It doesn't say that in Japanese. It does not, because if he really wanted to learn Japanese, he should learn it, and he will understand the spoiler content before the episode airs. But I kept saying that it's Frieza and number 17 that's going to help Goku. And then other people started reading my comment and says, how is 17 going to help Goku when he's dead? He's not dead. He's hiding his energy, just like Frieza. hiding his energy, but people don't understand. I'm afraid to not do no English enough. I feel you. Okay, so let me tell you about English. Okay, when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old, English, I was afraid to do the English. But take little steps and trust me. Ask all of my friends, ask all of the people that I met internationally, they learn English. My friend Paula, she's from Romania. She knows English. She learned step by step. She's beautiful. Oh my God, she is so beautiful. I met her on a Greyhound bus going towards Nevada. I was going towards Las Vegas, and she was beautiful. And we talked, we associated, and she's a beautiful model. Oh, beautiful redhead. Oh, gorgeous eyes. Amazing. Such an amazing person. But yet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But can you say it in English? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. A lot of people make fun when I say 0. I'm like, I'm saying 0, right? They're like, no, it's 0. No, how do you pronounce it? I say 0. That's how I say it. I always have, everyone thinks it's weird how I say numbers and how I say words. But thank you for watching, guys. See you guys in the next live, and keep you guys updated to what I'm doing. But as I said, if you want to follow me on the other social medias, the links are down in the descriptions below. So the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter. Okay, I gotta read that. I get it. Wait, what was the comment? I get it in ghetto, Haram. I gotta learn how to speak Hungarian. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next live. Oops. Man.